Well, shit your pants is that wouldn't worry me.
It is a blessing in disguise. You're just kind of starting from scratch if that
Shit
were to
pants?
happen. Yeah.
Josh knows this story. I
Mom,
was
turn off
I was
the
13
pod.
years old.
I hate to tell you, Ben, but Barbara Peck has a little bit of feedback, and she goes, "I love that, Ben, but sometimes the poop stuff, it's too much for me."
She hates.
Oh, no,
Does she hate
sorry.
my Kutcher story? I'm still gonna tell it. So Barb, sorry.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine. It's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys. We're just so good guys. Whoa.
Mazel Morons, welcome back to the Good Guys podcast. I'm sitting here with a incredibly famous man and a guy who just spilled on his shirt and doesn't want you to know. It's Ben Soffer.
I was gonna say, who is famous? Yes, Connor is so famous, so famous. Let me tell you, we saw each other at the Ryder Cup.
We did.
The very talked about Ryder Cup, okay?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, we were both guests of Celsius, but this man has a long-term partnership, Josh. This man was invited last minute because the president couldn't come.
It's a beautiful thing. It was
Yeah.
so much fun. It was so cool seeing you guys there.
It was so great, and you brought your beautiful father. What a stallion.
I have never seen. So my dad did come. So basically, for like 6 months ago, he asked me. He goes, "They don't get how my parents don't really get how the internet thing works, like it being our job." And he's like, "Could you ever get your hands on Ryder Cup tickets?" I go, "Yeah." And then I look. I'm just like, usually I'm like, "Yeah, I'll buy the tickets," you know. And then I looked at the price of the Ryder Cup tickets. I go, "Okay, so like, let's be realistic. No, you know, I can't." And then it came in with Celsius that they invited me to +1. And so for his birthday, I said, "I got you the tickets." He doesn't know
Nice.
that because they don't get it. There's a beautiful thing. He thinks that I bought him the tickets for his birthday. But I was like, so we are just going to randomly do 2 videos. And you're going to want to hold the label out on that Celsius when I do these videos. It's unrelated to me buying you the tickets for your birthday completely. Celsius, thank you for my dad's birthday present.
Did you know, Josh, that Celsius has energy stick packs? You can rip them open and put them in water, and all of a sudden it's energy water. I had no
Yeah, dog.
idea. This is the most
Yeah,
beautiful
dog.
thing ever. You knew.
Yes, bro. I have 3 kids. I know all about energy drinks and the goings-ons and the heres and the 2 what-fors. My question is, my golf boys, what is the so they charge you to go to a golf event. From what Connor's saying, it's expensive, but is it all general admission? Because it looks very bunching. Doesn't look like there's seats.
So it's definitely not all general admission. That said, I'd like to thank Celsius for bringing us, and now I want to talk about what a schlep the Ryder Cup is, okay?
Yeah, go
Celsius,
for it.
thank you for inviting us. That said, what a schlep, Josh.
And will you explain the Ryder Cup? Because I didn't know.
Yes, what a schlep. Okay, so you go there I think you took a shuttle, I drove, parking pass, whatever, you're close. Then, Josh, you get on a golf cart that brings you to the 15th hole. Okay, you beeline for 15, regardless of where you're going on the course. Thankfully, we were going to 1 or to 18 to 1.
That's such a good question.
I think we went to the first hole. But if you were going to, let's say, 7, they drop you off at 15. That's at least 3 miles of walking.
We walked 8 at the tournament.
You walked 8 miles.
We checked. Yeah, we ended up walking 8. My dad was a trooper. I'm wearing sandals for the foreseeable future because look at these blisters that I have.
Oh, what kind of shoes were you wearing?
I'll just show you, Josh.
Look at that blister, Josh. That's bad.
That'll
I'm gonna
ruin
pass
your
out
day.
if I have my leg up
That'll-
like that for any longer.
That'll give you a bloody New Balance.
That'll hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize we were gonna be walking so much, but
Yeah, and so even Josh, like we really did have VVIP, but he walked 8 miles. Like golf is made, let me just say this, golf is made for TV, okay? It's made for TV. You can absolutely sit on the 18th hole and watch as people did, but then you're not watching anything else. You see only 18. What about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17?
that's for the TVs inside in the AC in the section that Celsius had us in. It was honestly really great.
Celsius's setup was as good as you could possibly do a Ryder Cup.
It was fantastic.
That food?
The food was great. I didn't eat enough of it because I had a couple drinks and I was hugging people, and the pictures that I have with everybody, it's just like it looks like I'm with my family members. Like I'm like hugging strangers. Like I saw these tagged photos of myself, and I'm like, wow, I was really getting comfortable with people. So that was great. But it was just so much fun. It was so cool. It's cool to be there. It's cool to watch it because we watched it yesterday on TV, and I was like, we were there. Like I'm looking at all of these A-listers that I somehow did not come across.
Yeah.
While I was there, I was like, oh, we were all sitting so close to each other, but like didn't even see them. And I'm watching it on TV. I'm like, I would love to go to that. It looks so fun. I was like, I was there yesterday.
Did you end up going to the gift shop?
Did I go to I spent what I would have spent like on the Ryder Cup ticket at the gift shop.
Josh, guess what I spent at the Ryder Cup gift shop?
What?
Yes.
$800.
1,500.
Oh my god.
How is that possible? What did you buy? That's
Okay, so
insane. I'm
so
angry.
first of all, what did I buy? The question is, what didn't I buy, Josh? What didn't I buy? I bought a gorgeous windbreaker. My God, like this is like
You don't hear
top of
those
the line.
words together a lot.
Have you ever
USA on the breast, like really top of the line, high quality windbreaker. Okay.
Yeah. I know the windbreaker section was just packed. I couldn't even I was elbow to elbow. I couldn't get in there.
I bought like another half zip. I bought separated golf, hats, leisure. Okay, we separated into buckets. On the golf, I bought 2 polos, a
Yeah.
half zip, and a windbreaker. On the hats, I bought 2 unbelievable hats, 6 snapbacks, and then t-shirts. Claude bought a couple of sweaters. This is for me and Claude, so 1,500 for 2 people.
Yeah.
And look, they gouge, Josh. They gouge you. What can I say?
It was one of those things where it's like you're gonna remember that forever. It's not all like I'm learning all these facts like as we went. It's not always here.
Yeah.
The fact that it was a schlep, but it's like not in Ireland. You know, it was here.
Yeah.
So I did the same thing yesterday. Me and my dad walking around the city. I have my T-shirt on. He has his golf polo on. Ryder Cup. I didn't realize I'm wearing a Ryder Cup hat. He's wearing a Ryder Cup hat. We look like the biggest dweebs on the planet.
That's nerdy.
I mean, we looked like genuine like nerds, and like we'd never been outside before. And we sit down at a restaurant. There's 2 dudes that definitely were in a fraternity in college, and we sit next to them. We are wearing the same hats.
Oh yeah.
I go, Dad, we have to go. He's like, no, I want a BLT from this restaurant. So we had to sit there, matching hats, like the loser brigade blew into town. Yeah, we went. I felt like everyone was looking at us, matching hats, couldn't take it off because I had like bad head.
I'm just imagining you and your dad at like Jack's wife Frida eating hummus.
Yeah.
Like sitting next to 2 bros from Colgate who like drove down. And they were
Yep.
like, we got to see the Ryder Cup, bro. Like, I got to see
And then we
Rory curse me out.
By the way, they didn't curse out Rory. Our dear friend did.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, she really.
Josh, did you see that?
What?
Heather McMahon led the "fuck you, Rory" chants.
Yep.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
She had to
step down from her post.
She was a correspondent for the Ryder Cup. Like she was working for the Ryder Cup, and apparently, I haven't heard this from her. Love you, Heather. So sorry about what's going on, but hilarious. I'm reading this article. It's like started by Heather McMahon. I'm like, what? Like Heather started the "fuck you, Rory" chant at the Ryder Cup while working for the Ryder Cup?
Yeah.
That takes some balls.
It took some balls. I mean, Rory definitely got the last laugh because he did do the like chant at the end. Yesterday was like, did everybody see that USA? Like we just did that.
Yeah.
Heather having my dad reading this article off to me at lunch yesterday while we're wearing our hats.
Yeah.
Heather McMahon. Have you heard of her? I go, McMahon? Yeah. What happened? I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
And yes, she started that chant and it took off and then she had to step down. She was reprimanded.
Yeah. It reminds me of, Josh, you know the story of me and the NBA All-Star game, right? The sad, tragic story.
I don't.
You don't know the story. Okay, so it was like 2017. I got what I thought was like the opportunity of a lifetime as like a diehard NBA fan.
Yeah.
TNT invited me, come, all expense paid, interview all the players, like courtside passes, whatever, for the NBA All-Star game in Los Angeles. Killers are performing at halftime. It was like
That is
like the
nuts.
time of my life.
Yeah.
Like I was so excited. And I was so excited that I took a picture of my credentials right before I went in because I was pumped. I'm like at the NBA All-Star game at TNT. Thanks
Yeah.
so much. 1 minute later, your pass has been revoked. People are trying to copy it. You are no longer invited. They sent me to the 300 section, and my dream job was done before it
I
started.
remember that. I remember hearing that somewhere. I don't know if you told me that, but that is nightmarish. Like it gives me chills thinking about how this weekend, if I would have posted, we didn't get any credentials this weekend, but like
Nightmare. Never post your credentials, but it
Nightmare.
made me think of Heather because like this was probably like a dream job for her. She loves golf.
yeah.
Loves golf. And like before it even fucking starts, she was just too patriotic.
Oh, it's tough.
I have an even sadder story of doing a brand deal for that show, Jack Reacher, I think on Amazon in like 2017. So they're like, it's on a boat in Long Beach, right? Like they've like taken over like the Queen Mary. And I'm there with like a bunch of like 2 or 3 like 4 or 5 influencer people. Mrs. Christy Carlson Romano, heard of her? Kim Possible, okay. And I'm there, and I'm like literally there to do social media, like take a photo, do a post, whatever. 10K, it's 10K. And there was this one publicist woman who fucking had it out for me, and like they didn't give me credentials because I was just with the right people. So we just sort of moved as like a small quad across this thing. She was like, "Where's your bracelet?" I was like, "Hun," I was like, "I am here to do a very mediocre job at posting for this show that doesn't need my help, and I'm out of here. Like I'm not worried about it." She got me kicked out. She
No.
she went so hard the whole time. Like I didn't even pull like I'm adjacent to famous. I didn't do any of it. I was just like, "Ma'am, like talk to my boss. Like talk to the 26-year-old Gen Z girl who's running this campaign." And leave me alone, ma'am. And she kicked me out. I got pushed
You
out
got
by
kicked
security.
out.
It was sick. It was
These people make me sick. Imagine kicking Josh Peck out of anywhere. Do they not know? Do
I
they
know.
not know? This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Sax Underwear. Folks, Sax has styles for every situation, from lounging to high-intensity sport, featuring technology like cooling cotton, breathable fabrics, and no ride-up legs. It's worn by 100,000 plus men, including me, and professional athletes alike. Sax underwear is designed with the patented ballpark pouch, a patented 360 hammock that keeps everything in its place and prevents unwanted skin-on-skin contact. No more ball sticking to the leg syndrome. Nobody needs that, okay? Ladies, you don't understand. We have a really, really big problem as men, okay? We want to wear these comfortable, loose-fitting boxers, but then we get balls stuck to the legs, so we needed a solution, and the solution is Sax underwear. It's the kind of underwear you notice when you first put it on, and then completely forget about because it's that comfortable. And once you try Sax, you'll never go back. You realize how bad your old underwear really was. It's the one thing you'll look forward to putting on every single morning. And folks, for the ladies out there, gifting, I'm telling you, Sax underwear is the best gift a guy can ask for. Support his balls so he can focus on what matters, you. These make for amazing gifts because, let's be honest, most guys don't buy new underwear ever, okay? You gotta force them, and they need to be forced. They're disgusting. Think about it. You change your oil, upgrade your phone, rotate your sneakers, but you're still rocking those stretch-out boxers from college. Your underwear is the one thing you wear every single day. Sax underwear gives you breathable fabric, no ride-up legs, and a pouch that keeps everything in its lane. Upgrade your drawers, upgrade your day. Folks, go to Sax.com. That's SAXX.com to shop today. SAXX.com. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Function. Folks, I chose Function because it's the only health platform that gives me data most people never get, and the insights to start doing something about it. Inside Function, you get access to over 100 biomarkers, from hormones to toxins to markers of heart health, inflammation, and stress. For an additional fee, you can also access MRI and chest CT scans, all tracked in one secure place over time. It's a near 360-degree view to better see what's happening in your body. That's why top health leaders such as Dr. Benjamin Soffer, kidding, Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Andrew Huberman, and Dr. Jeremy London are all behind Function Health. Folks, real preparation starts inside your body. before the first fever or cough knocks you down. That's where Function comes in. With access to biomarkers impacting immunity, you can see where your body may need backup before illnesses take hold. Folks, I had a vitamin D deficiency. I had no idea. I went in, I got tested with Function. I was wondering, why am I so tired all the time? It's because my D was in the gutter, folks, and I wouldn't have known that if I didn't get tested. So get tested so you can learn more, and then you can supplement, and then you can feel better about yourself, okay? I'm telling you, folks, you want to feel better about yourself. So, folks, learn more and use our link. Function is a near 360-degree view to see what's happening in your body. And the first 1,000 listeners get a $100 credit towards their membership. Visit www.functionhealth.com/goodguys or use gift code GoodGuys100 at sign up to own your health. That's functionhealth.com/goodguys.
I do want to say, specifically this weekend, I could have snuck into the Ryder Cup.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know.
For sure.
For as tight of a ship as they were, I couldn't have snuck into the VIP section that Celsius had us in. But when we came in, I could have snuck in. It was not employee of the month at the Ryder.
You could also walk through the woods. It's a golf course.
It was a golf course.
You can just walk onto any hole, pop out on I-78 or whatever it is, walk through the woods. It's not like they fenced the whole woods. You could have snuck into the Ryder Cup.
You could have also faked an injury and been like, I need a golf cart stat because I just walked 8.5 miles.
I hope that people did that. Did you go to Rayo's?
When?
At the Ryder Cup? They had a Rayo's outside. Did you see that?
No, I genuinely didn't do anything besides hang out by the open bar and then walk straight out, watch whoever was playing that hole, and then walk back into the AC.
Yeah, I didn't even walk and watch. I just sat in the AC. Josh, this was me at the Ryder Cup. We get to the Ryder Cup. We're in the beautiful air-conditioned room with Celsius. We're feeding Ruby a bottle. We're getting him to sleep. We're looking out, seeing what's going on, and then back to Ruby, feeding him, putting him to sleep. We went home. We were like, what the hell did we just do there? And there was a Rayo's, though, Josh, that I wanted to eat at badly. They did like a pop-up, I guess, where you could have made a reservation and ate at Rayo's right as you walked in. Right as you walked in at that C-lot parking.
I feel really dumb. Well, I'm glad that you feel that way because I felt the same way. I just texted my dad and I was like, hope you had fun. I had fun too. Like I think, but it really was like we're driving all the way out there. You go, and we were there for 6 hours. But yeah,
golf's
we
really
didn't,
hard.
Check that many boxes. Like I really kind of don't understand how we clocked in for 6 hours and then clocked out, and what was accomplished. I think it's just really saying you've been to the Ryder Cup.
Golf is really hard to not watch on TV. I always feel that way.
But you kind of need those experiences where you go to these things and be like, I went there.
I went.
Yeah. And, that's kind of it. I kind of like that you go to something like a golf tournament and you're like, I've been there. I don't have FOMO.
No, we went. We did.
and if you didn't know what the Ryder Cup, and like, I know, obviously, but like if you didn't know, dumb it down for other people, not me. I totally know.
It's like the Olympics of golf if there were only 2 territories in the entire world.
Yeah,
it's the USA versus all of Europe, and that's it.
It's like the Boston Tea Party, essentially, because it's just like, it's us versus them. And it is, I learned yesterday because I saw someone waving an Irish flag, and I was like, oh, it's Ireland too. I don't know why it was like us in London.
All of Europe.
I'm pretty dumb, though.
All of Europe.
Actually, speaking of I'm pretty dumb, lately, I keep catching myself with my mouth just open.
Ooh, same.
I've never had that issue in my life. I'll just be walking, I'm like, whoa, why is my mouth agape?
Connor, this is me comfortable.
It's comfortable, but I've never been, I'm worried about how it affects.
Do I do that?
No, I was just listening to you talk about the Ryder Cup, and I could have started drooling.
Oh,
because my mouth is just
because your mouth was just open.
Mouth breathing's good for you.
Josh, you do that to counteract TMJ.
I do.
Do you have TMJ?
Probably.
So maybe you do it to counteract TMJ. This is how you loosen your jaw.
I have a class 3 malocclusion.
Those are all words that are right outside of my vocab.
You have any
list.
pain here?
No, I have almost no pain.
Okay, so then I'm not sure why you're doing that.
I think I'm getting dumber. I think like the amount of screen time I've been getting as of late is actually regressing me into a little bit of a baby mentality. And I've been hanging out with my dad a lot, like my parents. And when I'm with my parents, especially like over the summer, I spend a lot of time with my family because they come and I see them a lot. And I regress so much into like, I go to a restaurant, I'm like an iPad baby. I don't look at the menu. My parents kind of like order for the table. So I don't need to look at the menu. I'm hanging out with them. I'm in the back of the car. They're driving. I'm sitting in the back. I'm on my phone. Like, I don't do anything mentally where I have to like challenge even really think at all. And I think it has regressed me about a decade in the past 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we doing to get it back?
I bought a book,
What are we reading?
Moby Dick.
Okay.
You guys, I don't get it. I do not understand. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the work. And I'm challenging myself recently to start reading the old classics because I'm like, they're classics for a reason. To Kill a Mockingbird, etc. Those are the only two that I have right now. But I'm like, they're classics. Why don't you try to read them? I'm on page 7 of Moby Dick. I've had to read the same page 12 times.
Don't do it.
When I tell you
It's dense.
it sounds made up. And it's a huge book.
Have you read Moby Dick, Josh?
Yeah, bro. I've read Moby Dick. Some of them are good. To Kill a Mockingbird is good. But like when you start getting into like Dickens and Tolstoy and Dostoevsky, like dog, it's like you can appreciate it, but it's too dense, dude. Treat yourself to something fun. Read Mel Robbins. Let them.
You know, Josh knows so much about so much.
I mean,
seriously.
I obviously have been barking up the wrong tree during that spiel because like I'm like, oh, it's so hard. You're like, yeah, when you start reading Tolstoy, I'm not gonna read Tolstoy. Like I definitely hit my
I can't get
Toy
through it either.
Story?
I don't know. I should read Toy Story.
Is that what you said? Toy Story? Like I don't.
No,
who's,
and Josh,
who's Tolsquire?
I'm going to start talking to someone that's more on my reading level, a 5th grader, and say, now when you get into Toy Story 2 and 3,
Judy
that's
Blume.
when you start to lose me. I mean, the kid, he's grown up. He's now over his toys that he grew up with. Like these are his people, you know, and now he's kind of like forgoing what he knows. And that's,
You don't need to read Moby Dick. Josh, can you summarize Moby Dick for Connor so he can stop reading it?
No, don't spoil it for me. I was about to get to the good part, I think.
Well, let me ask you this, because like Ben, Jackie, obviously, the great Jackie Austria is famous for her Kindle addiction, and Claudia
Yes.
and Jackie are big readers, right? But they're reading saucy books, like they're reading spicy, like romantic books, right? Like I feel like that's
They're
like
reading-
dessert
Well, they're reading. They're
they-
reading porn.
They have a nice mix of saucy porn and Holocaust books.
Okay,
That is
cool.
really the combination where they'll read Sarah's Key about a terrible event in Nazi Germany in Paris that, if you don't know about, my God, they locked like thousands of Jews in a stadium, set it ablaze, locked it, and just like let them burn to death. And then on the other side of it, they're reading Demon Copperhead and like any of these like saucers. So she'll literally, I don't know, she'll come back. I'm like, what's the book this month? It's literally either Third Reich or porn, which I think is a nice balance.
Yeah, I you know what? Good for them. It's important. Yeah, it's important to have balance, of course, the balance of opposites. Reading porn for me, there was one book I read that ended up being porn, and I was reading it on a plane, and I did feel like if anyone sees me reading this, I'm gonna feel like a creep. Like I really don't understand how you go on in public, and I've seen people reading books, and like I can always tell by the cover if it's porn because it looks really romantic and it looks like it was made on Canva, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's definitely a porn book because of the type of cover it is. I can't explain. It's colorful. It's like Canva-y. I don't know how to explain it. And I'm like, how do you read that? And it's like a 50 Shades of Grey adjacent book, and you're sitting middle seat, like next to people, getting all horned up via words, you know?
What were you reading, Connor?
I can't think of any right now, but I know there's a handful of authors that if you said them, I would recognize them because Brooke, my co-host on my podcast, she's a big romance, mostly fantasy romance novel. She reads like that one that got really famous recently,
Demon Copperhead.
Court of Thorns and Roses, I think it was.
No, I don't know it.
Olivia,
And
our
it's like this
producer, says
fantasy-
that's not romantic.
Demon Copperhead is
Which one? Demon Copperhead isn't romantic?
No, it's like about poverty. She said,
Okay, so that was the
You
was the
monster.
other side. Was it Holocaust adjacent, Olivia?
I think it's like the Appalachians.
I didn't know they read about stuff like that.
Well,
All right, so it's
I was
poverty,
diddling myself
Holocaust,
to
and
hillbilly
porn.
elegy.
Wait, is it the Hillbilly Elegy?
No, that's J.D. Vance's book. Who
Oh, that's
recently
J.D.
in an
Vance's book, right?
J.D. Vance in a tweet said, "What did I get wrong, dipshit?" And I was like, "It's good to see we've held on to decorum." Like, what could be more 2025 than the VP writing dipshit on X?
When you mentioned that, I was like, I don't think that's porn. I don't think that one's porn.
It kind of sounds porny, no?
Demon Copperhead.
Like the,
you
like the
What-
devil's in the bedroom.
I'm getting
You
the
slept.
summary.
Oh my gosh, you little demon Copperhead in the sack. I don't think I should be throwing this around because I don't even know. Like, I do know that it is about poverty, and we're kind of like making it all about like it sounds like sex work right
That's
now.
what I thought it was. I didn't
when
know.
you were throwing that around, you were like Third Reich and Demon Copperhead. I was like, like that's an interesting comparison
Yeah.
of those two.
No, I didn't know. I still don't know. So what's it about, Josh?
It's about the demon is there's poverty.
So the demon is poverty here.
It explores demon as the main character.
Yes, tumultuous life as he navigates poverty.
Tumultuous life as he navigates poverty.
Foster care
The foster care system. Athletic success.
opioid epidemic.
The opioid epidemic.
Against the backdrop of social injustice in a beautiful but struggling
This is a
region
big
of
book?
Appalachia.
In Appalachia, yes. Guys,
Yeah.
it's a heavy one. Not a lot of romance.
It's a heavy one. Okay, so for anybody who's looking to us for book recommendations and they're looking for a saucy book, I wouldn't go with Demon Copperhead.
You go with Moby Dick, not the version,
I would.
not the version I'm reading, but I'm
No.
sure there's a book called Moby Dick, and it's probably really fun.
It's actually called Moby's Dick.
Moby's Dick.
It's
yeah.
called Moby's Dick, Josh. Have you read Moby's Dick?
I read Moby's that dick. What?
Moby's Dick starring Joey Camasta. That's the book. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Mack Weldon. Folks, it's here. Summer is over, thank God. That means we can get into our cozy sweatshirts. We can ditch the shorts, even though I do wear shorts deep into winter, but I think that's like a fat person problem. But I digress. I'm so unbelievably excited for fall. Cozy sweaters, great sets, everything you need, and everything you need and more, men, is available at Mack Weldon. Folks, their Ace collection is amazing. I absolutely love it. The sweatshirts, the hoodies, the beautiful sweatpants. I'm telling you, their fit, it's fantastic. It's not too baggy, but yet it's not too tight. It's just the perfect sweatpant. It really is the best, most unbelievably comfortable sweatpants I've ever worn in my life. And I love a matching set season. They are fantastic. Again, they're unbelievably comfort, but they are stylish enough for fall. You are going to love them. They're comfortable but elevated, and they come in sweatpants, shorts, sweatshirts, even blazers. Their stuff is absolutely fantastic. Mack Weldon clothes are designed to fit your style and the demands of modern life. That means, again, comfortable, but nobody has to know how comfortable you are. There's such an incredible range from hoodies and sweatpants all the way to blazers that are incredibly comfortable. No one will ever know how comfortable you are. So folks, fall into comfort with Mack Weldon's Ace collection. Go to MackWeldon.com and get 20% off your first order of $125 or more with promo code GOODGUYS. That's MackWeldon.com, promo code GOODGUYS. MackWeldon.com, promo code GOODGUYS. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Hero Bread. Folks, you know we love Hero Bread here at the Good Guys podcast. You know we love Hero Bread in the Soffer household. Claudia loves a nice PB&J on beautiful Hero Bread because it's the healthier choice, but you'd never know. You can give this to your kids, pretend that it's white bread. They will have no idea that it's better for you because it has the exact same texture of regular bread, except none of those BS ingredients. We don't want any of them. So high in fiber. And I'm telling you, folks, you will not know the difference. And now you can try their all-new Hero Noodles with more protein and 60% fewer calories than the best-selling noodles on the market. And again, you will have no idea that these aren't regular noodles. You can still make your gorgeous cheesy mac and cheese, maybe a beautiful fettuccine alfredo. Who doesn't love fettuccine alfredo? If you love fettuccine alfredo, try putting in frozen peas. I'm telling you, these Hero Noodles, fettuccine alfredo, frozen peas, ooh, baby, it is absolutely fantastic. And again, the taste and texture, you'll never know that they're better for you. They are incredibly nutritious. Who would turn down a nutritious option that tastes identical? I know you're thinking to yourself, how is that possible? It's possible. I'm telling you, you just have to give them a try. And their product range is through the roof. Again, I mentioned noodles. They are innovating, folks. They have limited edition croissants and they have noodles and they're all better for you. Hero is it. You'd never know that it's low net carb, high fiber bread from the texture. You still get the soft, fluffy experience you know and love. No compromises ever, just flavor. So folks, what more do you need to hear? Hero Bread is offering 10% off your next order if you go to hero.co and use code GOODGUYS at checkout. That's GOODGUYS at hero.co, hero.co.
Let me ask Connor, you mentioned something with the Ryder Cup that I've been dying to ask you this for years. Since we met originally.
Oh my gosh.
We follow each other on the Instagram. You mentioned there were a lot of big A-listers at the Ryder Cup that you didn't have a chance to meet. I notice a little something about our friend Fibula here, and I give you credit. It's something I noticed, but I give credit. If there's a deadline announcement, Connor is congratulating you.
I am. If someone's on deadline, I promise you, I'm commenting. Amazing, congrats. What I'm thinking should have happened to me.
I am so
you're Josh.
here for that, Connor. I love the
So you're
honesty.
Josh.
Yeah.
I
So
love
happy
it.
that it happened to you, but it should have been me.
Oh, that's funny.
Like if I could just like Ursula my way and just like suck all of the accomplishments from everybody, my entire feed would be deadline, 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 variety, deadline, Hollywood Reporter, deadline, deadline, deadline.
But I'm not. I'm actually, thankfully, and maybe some might call this jaded, because Ben is right. That probably was me for a period of my life. At this point now, I only want the announcement, only because I don't want to do the job. The problem is, after the announcement, you have to do the job, and that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
The announcement is, you're right,
It's
the
the best
best
part.
part. If you could do the announcement, skip the work, and then post the awards that you win via the work, that would be an awesome pipeline.
So let me tell you both something. First of all, we have free will. Second of all, we have ChatGPT. And third of all, we could just make up deadlines. Nobody's going to know this secret project. Just do it. Connor Wood stars in Demon Copperhead. A new porn.
Not safe for work.
A new porn for Max. And nobody would know. Why not?
That's the thing. Like, I'm commenting, congrats. I'm not tuning in.
You don't know what it is.
I'm not necessarily tuning in. Also, if it comes out in 6 months, like, I'll keep an eye out. But, like, there's going to be, like, so much happens in 6 months that it's like there's going to be another thing that we have to watch or read or whatever. And I can barely read. So that's never going to be an option. My congrats is all I can offer there. Did you see, I saw this morning. Speaking of deadline articles, there's and ChatGPT. There's a new actress, and there's quotation marks if you're listening. Her name is Tilly. She's AI, and there's all of the talent agencies are fighting to sign this
No.
entity.
No. We have a new segment called Having a Good Day. How about now?
Oh, okay.
AI actress is stealing our jobs. Josh, this is no good.
Who cares? Let them have it. They're gonna win. AI's gonna win. Let them. Don't resist. Be the water, not the rock.
Be the
fucking rock.
Oh my god!
Is Tilly hot?
Just gorgeous,
Like, objectively.
gorgeous piece of technology. This young woman, but it freaks me out. But yeah, Josh, I agree. It's just like it is gonna win, but should we go silently into that dark night? I don't know. Like, me loudly complaining, even though I can't get a call back to save my life. Like, maybe I should have an AI model that goes and does my self-tapes for me, and then they can just AI me into these things. They pay me half of what they normally would have paid me. Cool. And then I just hang out at the Ryder Cup for the rest of my life.
This is fun.
That
Yeah,
sounds pretty awesome.
Connor, this is me as far as going into the night. Throwing the key away. Nice
You
and quiet.
won't hear from me ever again.
No, Connor, I would love to hear about your self-tapes because I make a lot of self-tapes too, and I think people might find that interesting because it's kind of the new way. Post-COVID, it's 90% you make your own audition tapes.
Yeah. Well, self tapes, you know way better than I do, but like they'll email you, hey, we have a little audition for you. This person wants you to audition, or there's a series coming out or a short film that you've never heard of and no one will ever hear of, and they want you to do some little part in it. And then you set up your camera, your phone in your apartment, and you do an audition. You read these lines off, and then you email it over to them with your slate where you have to say your height, and then you never hear back. Basically, that's my experience. But
I've done, Josh, I have to ask Claudia to pull the video. I've done one self-tape.
yeah,
I have. I'm trying to remember what the plot was. I think it was for a movie, or it was for something called like Meme Wars or something. And I was like, it was like a cartoon about meme warriors. Thank God I don't think it was ever made. And it was something about me guarding a wall, and I had this line, and I have to ask, I couldn't remember. I can't remember anything. I can't even remember what I had for breakfast. So the whole reading lines thing doesn't work for me. But it's hard.
Why did you have to do a self-tape for a cartoon?
Oh, this is an excellent question. Maybe it was just a voice recording.
a voice thing. Yeah,
It was a voice thing. Is that possible? Does that make sense?
Was it going to be animated?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense. Yeah, they do self tapes. I think for voice work too.
I'm going to ask Claude. She might still have it on her phone, and it would be wonderful to dig out of the archives. But what kind of stuff are we auditioning for?
You like little like TV stuff. It's funny because every time I do my auditions, someone I know gets it now, which is kind of cool. Like it's like a like that's why you see me congratulating everybody, because I'm like, I also got that. Like obviously you got the role. Like this really brilliant person that I'm kind of connected to gets it, and it's like, why did they even send this to me? That's humiliating. Because another aspect that people don't know, unless you're in it, is that when you send in a self-tape, a lot of times, like, it is emailed directly, but I guess there's some filing system where they put these files, these video auditions that are accessible to other agents and other teams. And it's not just the people, like, who you're submitting it, the casting agent, whoever. It's, like, people you know and you hang out with. Like, and I had to do one where in the same tape, I had to cry, and then next scene, freestyle rap.
Yes.
And I was just like, I
Sounds
can't
like
believe
an
I have-
824 film.
No, listen.
It sounds like the life of Mamdani. That's what it sounds like.
I'm having so much fun. I'm at something, a birthday party or something, and someone goes, I saw your self-tape. I go, what?
That shouldn't happen, Connor, by the way. That's only you.
No.
That's your agent
Okay.
fucking up. That's
No,
nuts.
I'm sending myself tapes with a HIPAA agreement from now on. Like, no one, confidentiality across the screen. No one else views this except the casting agent. And then, you know what? Burn after reading.
Burn after reading.
I can't imagine my beginning self-tapes when I first started doing them, and it was just like fully outside. Like there's noises happening, but there's not even a white wall behind me. Basically, like when you do them, there's all these like aspects that you need to have included in it that I didn't know about. I was just like, yeah, I'll read some. I'm reading off a piece of paper. You basically like you memorize the lines, you read with somebody, good lighting, good sound, horizontal. Just like it looks like you have a green screen, whatever. I was outside, it's loud. Like they probably were watching like, who the hell like let him in here? Just dumb ass.
What's hard is, to Connor's point, is you have to set up the whole thing yourself. And then for me, I have to find someone to read it with me. And forever, it used to be my wife, which 9 out of 10 times, the audition would end like this. What do you think pays for this, Paige? What do you think pays for all of this? This is what I do. I ask so little. Do I ask a lot? And her literally being yes, you fuck. Like, marrying you is it's a fucking journey, friend. Like, you think this is a fucking dream?
I can't even imagine. Josh, can you imagine me asking Claudia to do self-tapes for me? When I ask her literally to record literally 1 second, can you please just record me while I open the oven to take out my sourdough? Ugh, no. I'm busy.
I can't imagine asking someone that I'm in a relationship with to do that with me because, did you not hear that? Why did you stutter like that? I'd be like, why? It definitely has to be someone that you are in a professional working relationship with for me because it's like, oh, no worries at all. No, let's start from the top again.
Right.
I do them in my apartment now and I have to turn my AC off because it's so loud. And so I'm drenched. I'm soaking wet. We're doing the 50th tape of this thing that I don't even want, but I have to do. And it's just like, I hope I die, like literally while we're recording this so that no one has to see it. And then I cannot do another take if we have to.
Oh,
sorry, that's a little dramatic. But
No, it's
I
good.
hope I die. It does get to that point.
So touring Jake Shane, was that great? Was it it looked amazing?
Yeah.
Did you have a great time?
I mean, I had an amazing time. He's obviously the best.
Yeah. And how did that come together? Was it always planned that way? Did he always need you open for him on all shows, or
No,
what was the?
I did I think half, maybe even a third. He did so many shows, but yeah, I did a handful of his shows, and it was really, really great. His fans are insane. His show, we did Radio City Music Hall, which was just mind blowing. Walking out there, it's just 6,000 people or something, and I was just doing my stupid jokes. It was crazy. I mean, he's so much fun to tour with. I almost had more fun at just hanging out and being on tour with him than I did doing the shows because I was just it's like watching TV, like watching Jake Shane day to day.
Yeah,
so great. But it was really fun. And then I was also on tour simultaneously on my own tour.
Yeah.
So that was funny to switch gears in between opening for Jake and then doing my shows, headlining my shows.
Was it the same material for both, or you switched it up?
I was only doing 15, 20 minutes to open for Jake. And that was really funny because Jake's fans are like, who is that?
I'm actually very surprised by that. I would have expected there to be significantly more crossover.
There's a lot, but Jake is just a different breed and his fans are a different breed.
But if it's who's that, then that means it was really great for you. Because I can't imagine there being a Jake Shane fan that also doesn't love you.
Yeah.
Which means that you probably got a lot of new fans from that.
Yeah, I hope so. They didn't follow me, so I will never know. But I hope they, in person, they'd be like, oh, that was that guy.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for these days. That's that guy that he was on stage before we finally got to Jake. He was up there for 15 minutes. I had to walk out. There was one time when I had to walk out and be like, by the way, middle of my joke, you guys are at the right show. Jake is coming. I'm just here for 15. Well, he finishes getting ready.
So you were warming him up. So what was that? So switching from headlining to doing that actually must be very difficult.
No, it's great because the stakes are so low there, and there was a fair amount of crossover. People would buy tickets because they heard it on my page. Sometimes they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we heard that you were opening for Jake, so we came." I was like, "Oh, you didn't, whatever." That was rare, but it happened. But it was fun because the stakes were so low, so I could have fun with his shows.
Yeah,
I get scared at mine, but I used to do this thing before I understood the importance of warming, openers. I would just go out first at my shows.
That's what Claude did. Claude's never had an opener once
Well,
on any of her shows.
Genuinely, if you A/B test having openers, and always go to a comedy. If you're going to see a stand-up show, a lot of people that come to my shows, it's their first, so they're like, if I go to a concert, I'm at dinner still through the openers, and I get there when the act that I want to see comes out.
Yeah.
But people think that's the case with comedy. Always go see the openers for stand-up.
Yeah.
Because they're usually really, really funny.
Totally.
Usually.
Yeah.
But I was going out first, and it would always bomb. And then I would go out first, sandwich, the openers would be in the middle, and then I would come out at the end, which nobody was doing randomly because it was horrible. And
wait, you would come out first, then
first for
20
20 minutes.
Your openers would come, and then you'd finish?
First for 20 minutes, 10-minute opener, 10-minute opener, closed for 20 minutes.
Oh, that's mean.
And-
I can't believe you did that to your openers. That is so.
I know. Well,
Hey,
it was
hope you
really
guys
great
are-
'cause
Ready for Gene.
it was the
And everybody just goes and takes a shit while Gene is there, and then comes back.
it was the dumbest thing I could possibly
What's
do.
up, millennials?
I mean, it was funny because it was like I got to like my 40th or something show on this first leg of tour 2 years ago, and this girl in San Francisco, this comedian that was opening for me, she goes, "Why do you do that? Like, that's really dumb." She was very laid it out for me, and I go, "Oh," she's like, "No one does that because like you're going out and these people are getting off work and coming to a comedy show, and they're ordering their drinks and food still, and you're up there like trying to win them over, and they're here for you, but they're distracted and they're not in the mood to laugh yet after
Yeah.
work." And then so I started when I did some shows in Ireland and in London last fall, and they wouldn't let me have an opener, so I had to just go out. Well, they wouldn't let me have more than one opener, so they let me have an opener. I went out and I was like, they're ready to laugh once I get out there. They're like shifted gears and they're like, I'm at a stand-up show. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we do operate like that. We don't realize that is how we operate until you see that happen. And it's like, okay, by the end of a comedy show, someone could go out and burp and walk off stage and you're like, oh, wait, I'm like supposed to be laughing right now. Like, this is funny.
Yeah, no, they're ready to laugh. I mean, at least with Claude, she would have her like, she would like play her song, like everybody would get pumped, and then she would go on. Like I never felt like she needed an opener, but maybe like, I don't know, maybe it never hurts.
What's your rider look like, Connor, when you're doing your tour?
Good
What's in the
question.
green room? What are we? Is it Celsius? Are we doing brown
Ryder.
M&Ms?
Oh.
And what are we thinking?
I didn't know I got a rider until recently. I thought like for 2 years, I thought they were joking. What's on your rider? I was like, oh, that's funny. So I would just like usually have nothing. Now I do a phone charger, protein drinks.
Phone charger's a great one.
Yeah, because then I don't have to bring anything to the comedy clubs. Can I, by the end of the shows, because it's like 4 hours of shows, my phone's dead, and if we go out to get drinks or something after, my phone's dead after the show, and I'm like, I can't get an Uber, whatever. Phone charger, protein drinks. So I stop eating so much comedy club food, which is wings and like just the most fried. It's bar food.
Delicious.
So I know it was really good for a while, and then I was like really having a stomachache every time I walked out on, and I usually wear white pants. I'm wearing white pants right now, so I would be like, I'm really scared I'm gonna shit my pants on stage one of these times.
But that would have been great.
For some reason, like young women, which is most of my audience at my shows, like doesn't think me shitting my pants is very funny.
No?
No, as many times as I tried it, I'm like, for some reason, this is never landing.
I'm stunned.
Yeah.
Ben, what would be
It's
in your
sad,
rider?
frankly.
What would be
He's
in
like,
my rider?
My rider is very simple. It's one thing: a Yom Kippur breakfast.
It's 100% bagel locked cream cheese, enough turmeric to kill a horse, okay?
Turmeric.
We 100% need our supplements. I'm going to have some AG1. Josh, we're going to do some, what is that company? Momentous Creatine. I'm loving the creatine.
Momentous.
It's fantastic.
What is
Can you tell by these muscles that I take creatine
What-
every morning?
What is creatine?
Okay,
I also take creatine every day.
Okay, Josh can actually tell you what creatine is because he is a doctorate in creatine. That said, I will dumb it down, which just all that it is, it's really good for the brain. It makes you think and be able to talk and string words together.
Why-
And it's really good for pumping iron.
Why didn't no one brought up creatine when I said that my mouth hangs open every day now?
Yeah.
I need to.
Do you take creatine?
I do. Yeah, I take creatine. They shouldn't.
Maybe you should be taking Momentous. This is great stuff.
Momentous.
It really
Fantastic.
is.
I'll look
Momentous
into it.
is good stuff.
It's great. We're not just saying that because they're a sponsor. They're fantastic.
Oh, they're sponsored too. Well,
Yeah, they are.
These are gummies.
Yeah, okay. That's nice.
You know what's really
You like
crazy?
the gummy?
The dumbest thing that I just said that I'm getting dumber. I just thought about like half of the supplements I take are candy.
Yeah. You're that guy. You're the guy who they need to make gummies for everything.
No.
Why can't you just take a supplement, not in a gummy?
I don't know.
Even though shout out Grunes, also great product. These are great products. We're living in an age of fantastic innovation.
I mean, Lemmy, every time I have a new illness, Lemmy comes out with a new gummy for me to take. But like, I'm not kidding. I could go to the movies and I could bring a gallon-sized bag, and all I could eat I don't even need to stop and get Twizzlers. I will take all my vitamins watching the movie because they taste so good. If you put a bottle of vitamin D supplements in front of me, I can finish that bottle if I wasn't scared of what would happen to my body.
Yeah, I think that if you finish an entire bottle of vitamin D, I don't know what would happen. I feel like it would be bad.
Shit your pants. That's what I don't not.
Well,
shitting
shitting your pants is that wouldn't worry me.
See that I'm glad you brought that up. It is a blessing in disguise. You're just kind of starting from scratch. If that
shitting your pants,
yeah.
I have. Josh knows this story.
Mom, turn off
I was
the
13
pod.
years old.
I hate to tell you, Ben, but Barbara Peck has a little bit of feedback, and she goes, "I love that, Ben, but sometimes the poop stuff, it's too much for me."
She hates,
oh no!
Did she hate my Kutcher story? I'm still gonna tell it. So Barb, sorry. I'll tell the abbreviated version. 13 years old, Kutchers. Do you know what this is? This is the Jewish Catskills. We'd all go. It's a hotel. I think that, what was that show? Mrs. Maisel was made after when they go to the upstate.
Oh, I know exactly the vibe.
Okay,
I mean, I'm thinking, oh, these guys are big time. They're just throwing around Ashton's last name when you guys are hanging out with Ashton Kutcher. Oh no, Kutchers, right?
No, this is the Nebusha Kutchers. No, different people.
Kutcher, no, Kutchman.
Think of Mrs. Maisel. We go there. We're leaving. It's catered affairs. I ordered the fettuccine Alfredo for lunch right before we're about to leave. Okay, 13-year-old Ben orders fettuccine, about to get in a 3-hour car ride in a snowstorm. 3-hour car ride in a snowstorm. We're driving. It's icy. I'm like, Mom, I need to go to the bathroom. She's like, Ben, we're on an icy roads. There's nowhere around. Can you hold it? I'm like, I can hold it. I'm wearing blue jeans. We go like another 10 miles. I'm sweating. I'm screaming, Mom, 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 Mom! All of a sudden, I just completely shit my pants. We finally pull over at a McDonald's rest stop. I open the door, and I just feel a huge ball of shit roll down the side of my jeans and plop out right next to my sneaker. And my mother, God bless her, she's still listening to this, probably laughing, cleaned me head to toe, because that woman is a saint. Saint. She made custom passports by hand for Josh and his whole family. What was it for, Josh? Was it for what was it even for?
Are you Ben? Where are you? I had a child that you forgot was being delivered on June 27th.
Yes.
Your mother, God bless her, sent me gifts. What was it for?
But she sent it for 5 people. That's why I forgot what it was for. She didn't only. This is how good of a woman she is.
Fake IDs?
No, she made passport holders.
Oh.
She designed them, and instead of just making them for one child, for one beautiful baby, she made it for the whole family because she didn't want people
So
to get
kind of
jealous.
her.
This is my mother.
Oh, that's special. I would have been pissed if I was the child that everyone gets one.
Exactly. So that's why she made all of them. But yeah, so I should make
No, I
pants and
would
my
have
mom
been if
cleaned it
I
up.
was the one that was supposed to be receiving
Oh.
it to be special and everyone got one. I'd be like, what the hell?
The good news is that he was 1 day old.
Oh,
So there's no
you won't
jealousy.
remember
There's no jealousy.
until he hears this.
I'm never going to be the parents that Bruce and Ava Soffer are, clearly, because if Max at lunch in the Catskills offers fettuccine Alfredo, I'm going to look at him askance and go, a little heavy. It's kind of a big
I'm
lunch,
sure, by the
Max.
way, my dad
Christ.
said,
Like,
I'm
what
sure
are
my
you
dad
doing?
said something along the lines of a little heavy, and I probably gave him a death stare and had 2 of them.
What do you want for lunch, little Timmy? The beef Wellington.
So heavy before a car ride. That was really a what are you nuts?
I mean, I'm very wary now. Basically, like when I go on the comedy tours now, I sometimes land at like midnight places, and I'm so dumb that I don't plan to eat or anything. And so I got to Austin super late, and I ordered Uber Eats, and I got shawarma.
Yum.
Really, really good. I'm trying to remember what kind. Doesn't matter. I obviously got food poisoning because I ordered it at midnight, and I woke up the next morning, and I was staying with people. So I was in their apartment, and the apartment building brought me up a cot, and they had left the room, and it was 2 girls, one of my buddies, and the girls left the room to go down and get coffee. And I said, finally a man can pass gas in his cots. Like, you know, now I can.
Sure.
It wasn't the situation at hand. It was something entirely different.
Mm,
and I was wearing mesh shorts.
mm,
The cot was destroyed.
mm.
My buddy comes
Yuck.
out from brushing his teeth
Yucky.
and says, "Is that?" And I said, "Get out." He goes, "Is that?" And I go, "Out, out, get out, get out, get out." I've never been, and that was, guess what? That was a year
Like
ago.
shitting into a
It
colander.
was the craziest sensation that I've ever had. And I apologize. I'm done talking about that instance now, but that is the last time that happened to me, and I was fully an adult. So
Yuck. Yeah.
I
No,
wasn't.
it happens as an adult. Josh, have you had norovirus?
Should we get to our what are you nuts?
It's cutting me off. Norovirus is bad.
I heard the story about. Did you get it too, or did just
Yeah,
Claudia?
no, me.
I wouldn't do well with an illness like that.
This illness.
I would be crying.
I was crying. And then we're getting to what are you nuts? I promise. This is it. As you throw up, you involuntarily shit yourself, and vice versa. When it comes out of one end, it comes out of the other, and you can't stop either. It's like a fountain.
Weirdly, some young woman just talked to me about this, and then I'm done talking about it too. She goes, "We're having like an adult conversation at a restaurant." I think she came up to say hi. She goes, "I had this thing, blah blah," and I don't even remember how this came up. She goes, "My advice to you, if it happens to you, and it will," she goes, "just sit in the shower for a while,
Yeah, that's smart. But cold shower.
and then when it happens, it happens."
When it happens, it happens. What are you nuts?
Our what are you nuts moment of the week are our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and small, whatever, sticking in your craw. I'll start. Connor, you have time to think about it. Ben and I'll give you examples. Oh, this is fun because this will be fun with as two very extremely successful professionals who are also influencers, as Ben and Connor are. I recently did a campaign at the beginning of the year for something very cool. I'm going to be generic here as I decide over the next couple weeks whether I want to completely drag and put on blast this company. Did this social media deal for a really cool company. And as we know, there's a middleman in between the big corporations that we work with and us, right? They broker the deals, they get a percentage of it, they set it up, they decide what the deliverables are, an IG reel, a TikTok, blah, blah, blah. They handle everything. This company is a legit company. I've worked with them a couple times. They were supposed to pay me May 1st. They're not paying. Now, the big corporation paid them, and then they take out their little vig, and then they send to me. They are leaving your boy on red. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. I think this company is big enough where it's affected a lot of our brethren in the influential community.
Wow.
In the influencing community. But yeah, and I don't, it is a what are you nuts? And I'm between a rock and a hard place here because we're going on almost 6 months of not paying.
Oh,
Look,
that's scary.
Here's all that I'll say. That's first of all, that's nuts. People running Ponzi schemes as middlemen, no
It's a
good.
Ponzi
And as I
scheme.
always say, it's a total Ponzi scheme. That said, if the big company, Josh, is a huge company, then I would just reach out to the huge company and I would calmly explain to them what happened here.
Yeah.
And I think they'll pay you. I think that, like, if it's a huge company, like I've seen it before where a huge company will contract a group of people, there will be signed documents, and all of a sudden they'll say, we're not doing this anymore, and they'll still pay you, right? Have you ever seen that before? It's rare, but it happens. These companies have enough money to cover it. So I would reach out to them, and then I would sue the other people. And if you ever get the money back, I would definitely sue them.
Should we just if there's anyone listening who knows about said campaign that I did earlier in the year, and you owe me that dodo, let's slide a little far. Be like, how many weeks we gonna give it till we blast him on the pod? 3 weeks?
I think once a week. Josh really wants his money, so we're gonna go. You have 24 hours. Okay, you have 24 hours.
Yeah.
until there's hell to pay.
You do your ad reads, and then you do your anti-ad reads. So
I love it. I love it.
it's a slight. You do three
That's really
three
funny.
full body ad reads. This is companies we believe in. We love their creatine, and then you do one. Count your fucking days.
Count your
ad read.
fucking days, you fucks. Yes.
We were playing softball.
Connor. This is why this guy
Hi,
opens
guys.
for Jake
I
Shane.
love
He's
the
genius.
anti-ad read is genius.
We do section. Hi guys. Okay, so we did what are you nuts, and then now we do the anti-ad read section.
Speaking of not great, Josh, my what are you nuts moment. They're at it again, Connor.
Okay.
You frequent Manhattan.
Yeah.
They're at it again.
Who
The
is?
traffic cops. The traffic
Right.
cops are my what are you nuts again. And perhaps maybe it's just Eric Adams, it's the mayor's office, whoever controls the traffic cops. Let me explain the problem with traffic cops, okay? First of all, they create more traffic. I will always say this because they stand there and they have no rights. They're second-class citizens. Imagine being a cop with no ticket book, but you're watching the crime. You're watching the crime unfold right in front of you. You know what happens when I see a fucking traffic cop? I make that illegal turn. I run that red light. They have no ticket book. They have no power. They have no nothing, Connor. And I'm not the only one who knows this. Everybody knows this. So you see people, they're blocking the box. They're driving. All of a sudden, they're sitting right in the middle of the intersection. They're blocking traffic left and right because they know the traffic cop can't do shit.
Wow,
So
I
the
never-
traffic cop is a complete what are you nuts? And I've had enough of it. New York City has traffic because those cops don't have full rights. If they could write a fucking ticket, there would be no more traffic
That's so
because people
interesting.
wouldn't be doing this shit anymore.
I don't drive here, so this is my first time not having to. I have no experience with the traffic cops.
You got to look at them. When you're in your Uber, look to the left. See the men and women in the shiny neon green and watch their incompetence. What are you, nuts?
I haven't. Oh, geez. Okay, I'm gonna pay more attention to what's the happenings of the city.
You should. You have one?
I have one. Yeah. I have a restaurant that I go to a lot. And I have my favorite waitress that works there, and I'm always very friendly. And then this last time I was there, she pulled up a chair and sat with us,
Yeah.
and then hung out with us. And I kind of felt like this was my favorite restaurant. You're my favorite waitress, and now we've crossed we've crossed a line.
Yeah.
And the manager was coming up. Hey, you have other tables? She's like, oh no, stop! I'm hanging out with my people. And I go, now I'm looking pretty bad. Like I look like I'm holding you from doing your work. And I just
Yeah.
feel like there's some people who you love to see at your places, but if I run into like the woman who cuts my hair at the bar, I don't really want to hang out. You know?
Sure.
So like
sure.
when you cross that line, I haven't gone back to the restaurant yet. And I know that might be like a me issue, but I loved.
It's real. I don't think it's a you
Okay.
issue. No, I think it's nuts. It's by the way,
Nuts.
if you guys are really good friends, hang out outside the restaurant. In the restaurant though, it's very tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. All right, so what are we plugging anything? What are we doing? Are we we're just living.
We're just living. I'm
just
on
living.
tour right now, actually. If you guys want to come,
Oh, I didn't
I'm-
even
I'm,
know.
uh,
Amazing.
I got some dates on my Instagram, Fibula. If you want to come, I'd love to see you there.
Great.
And I thank you guys so much for having me. I'm so glad this worked
Dude,
out.
thank you for coming. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but you're the best.
No,
Appreciate
they-
you, dude.
They happen so much, and so good to see you, Josh, virtually.
You
So
too.
low on FaceTime.
And all I have to say is you got to give this episode 5 stars. Otherwise, what are you, nuts?
Oh,
Listen to
begging,
us
yeah.
wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube, share our clips on Instagram and TikTok. Follow Connor on all socials. Go see his show. Go to his website. Buy tickets. Do all the things. Mondays and Thursdays, folks, we will see you next time.